And breathe. And breathe. Now, that was an intense game against Bournemouth. So many things to talk about. I think the main one that I think with all of these videos, I really want to get a main message out, which I think today it was Arne Slot almost being a bit too arrogant. Okay, that's how I'll phrase it. I don't know what your guys' opinion was on the game. But yeah, Liverpool won 4-2, and Federico Chiesa, what a man. What a man. I really wanted him to be the one to get that winner. And, he's done so much behind the scenes, getting fit. Last season was essentially, it wasn't even a preseason. He didn't have a preseason. The whole of last season was almost this season's preseason. But yeah, what a game. Honestly, what a game it was. And I think just to the main point again, Arne Slot, he almost threw it away. He managed to rectify the mistakes and he managed to pull it back. And his substitutes, post his first ones, did rescue the game again with Federico Chiesa. But yeah, Liverpool, obviously the first two goals coming in, Hugo Ekitike and Cody Gakpo scoring those first two goals. Ekitike assisting Gakpo. Ekitike was probably Liverpool's best player today. So smooth on the ball, and he's such an all-round striker. There's so many moments there where I'm looking at him and I'm just saying he's doing all of the fundamentals perfectly. Like, he got the good control, he got the good touch. He's playing amongst ballers who are on the same wavelength as him. Because obviously Florian Wirtz, he's a player who's very selfless as well. Mohamed Salah, as much as he's got these goal tallies and everything, he's obviously someone that can also have an eye out for an assist. And he tried to link up with Ekitike quite a bit today. I was very happy to see that Mo Salah wasn't nullified out of this Arne Slot system, because I thought maybe, with the new season now, Mo Salah probably won't be as effective. But today he was involved. He was very involved. So yeah, I think those first two goals, amazing football. Midfield was clicking. Konate was he was a bit iffy, in the beginning there, but it's all right now, I guess. But yeah, it's a bit of a concern. We don't want to have our main starting centre-back to be a bit iffy now when we are getting, Giovanni Leone and Mark Gay could potentially be coming through the doors as well. Konate, maybe he's getting nervous already. But yeah, so 2-0, Liverpool looking good. Then all of a sudden, the 60th minute didn't even hit yet. He takes off Frimpong. Arne Slot takes off Frimpong. And he puts Wataru Endo there. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with Wataru Endo. I also didn't blame him for us being from 2-0 to 2-2. Because Wataru Endo, that's not his position. You can play him at centre-back. You can play him at CDM. Apparently, he's played a couple of games at right-back before. But let's be honest, he won't be as effective. And to go from Frimpong to Endo, clearly there'll be a massive dip. So, obviously, those substitutes happen. Liverpool start changing up the formation and the shape again. We go to just like 4-2-2, which is essentially like a 2 times 5, a 2-2-2-2-2, because it's our two centre backs, then it's our wing backs that are coming in narrow as well. Then you got Wataru Endo and our CD, it was just a mess. It was a mess. But you know what? Eventually, Semenyo, he got involved. Again, Bournemouth hitting us on the counter. And then that's how they got both of their goals. Now, Arne Slot obviously analyzes the situation. He realizes, oh my word, I made a mistake. Puts Endo back in the midfield, brings on Joe Gomez and Curtis Jones to bring a bit more stability back to the team. Switches back to the previous formation. Liverpool start getting stable again. Brings on Chiesa because he knows, oh my word, we need a goal. And yes, at the end of the game, Liverpool pressing. Falls to Chiesa. Volleys it in the back of the net. What a goal. Amazing stuff, amazing scenes. But then obviously every Liverpool fan knows Mo Salah has to score on the opening day. So we knew there was another goal incoming. And Mo Salah on the left cuts in onto his right and he scores. Amazing stuff. And there were so many heartfelt, obviously, messages there towards Diogo Jota, Ekitike, in his celebration. Dedicated his goal to Diogo Jota. Same with Gakpo. Same with Mo Salah. Amazing stuff. As an opening day fixture, this was probably peak football. It's a classic. It's a classic already. And what a curtain raiser it was for the Premier League right now. Overall, good game. I think if there's just any concerns, I think initially in the Community Shield game, I was talking about maybe the players not figuring it out. I think right now Slot is trying to figure out his plan B's and C's, because plan A seems to be working perfectly. It worked against Crystal Palace. It worked against Bournemouth today. So plan A, perfect. I feel like we're one of the best teams in the league if you work on plan A. Plan B with this whole 4-2-2 and stuff, not really working. Oh yeah, one other thing, Florian Wirtz. Might have to give him some time. Because it looked like he didn't really have the best of games. Obviously, he had a good game against Crystal Palace in the Community Shield in that first half. But this game, linked up to play quite okay. But I mean, I'm not going to expect too much from him immediately, because I'm sure there's plenty of pressure already. I think just give him the time. He will cook. I can see the vision, because he's obviously playing amongst players on that same wavelength. He did link up quite well today with Gakpo, Ekitike, and Salah. So those GAs will come. For now, good performance, but I think just more like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. But yeah, I think overall, good stuff. I just hope Arne Slot figures out his B's and C's. His plan B's and C's. What were your thoughts on the game? Obviously, it's quite intense right now with all of the last minute goals, but I'm just happy. What are your thoughts on the game?